remember, it is June and we're talking about mental wellness within the country. And our keen focus this entire month has been on the status report, or rather the status being of when within our communities. So tonight we're going to be talking about single parenthood, as you very well put, but now with a keen emphasis on single parents who are dads. Very unconventional, but wanting to know what they are doing different and what the challenges are on Sunday Express. We take a quick breather. We'll be back on that particular conversation. But remember, you can be part of this conversation. Get us on X at KBC Channel 1 on X there to just also look at and be part of this conversation and give us your view in regard to this conversation. Tonight, this evening, we are joined by none other than Okello. We'd want to refer to him as Mr. Okello, not the Mr. Kamau, Peter, or Mr. Peter, Mary, and Tom, I think, in as far as the English books are concerned, growing up within the millennial period. But we are looking at Mr. Okello and wanting to hear with him what the challenges have been so far with him being a present and intentional single dad. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Okello, let's just first also unpack this aspect. Did you choose to be single as a single dad, or was it circumstantial?
Thank you so much. I didn't choose to be single. I didn't choose to be a single parent. It just came.
So what happened?
It's a hard question, but most people do say that it didn't work out.
Okay, so you were initially married, but then you're no longer married.
That's right.
So is your partner actively involved with the bringing up of your child?
I don't know. Please, I think for that, you'll have to pass that question.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, you do not know.
I don't
However, Cap 39 of the Children's Act indicates that the child should be benefiting both from the mother as well as the father in regard to the basic needs as it is.
Thank you for reminding me.
Yes, the Cap 39 is very clear about what the child should get about it. So what are the lessons that you have learned in being a single dad thus far?
As you started by saying, it's a very unique scenario whereby you become a single parent. In most cases, it's you ladies who are usually single parents. As men, we run away from responsibility. But a few men like me are different because I have my kids with me. I have my 16-year-old girl and my 14-year-old boy in the house. I'm so happy that they have kept me happy and they have kept me moving. Maybe you didn't allow me to define what single parenthood is.
Then do go ahead, because the question that I was about to ask you is, if it wasn't by choice, was it laid down in law that you're the one who has the full custody of these children?
Allow me first to introduce the topic, because it is very much important. Most people do think that you can only become a single parent, one, either by divorce or death, but you are forgetting that you can also be a single parent and you are with your husband in the same house, or you are with your wife in the same house.
How so? Unpack that. How can you be a single parent and you're still within the same status?
Singlehood, according to Ray Cases, one of the scholars, he says that when there's a discord of communication in a house, then you're already single. You are single in that you are not communicating. You are not on the same boat.
All right.
Yes.
So lack of communication is equal to being single. But then this angle from where we're coming from tonight, we're looking at those who are purporting to be fathers, dads, but they're not doing it within the fraction or the space that requires that this is a mom, this is a dad, but they're doing it from outside, and want to know, how did you get there and what are the challenges therein?
Thank you so much. Allow me also to ask you one question before I answer your question.
Go ahead.
What will happen in case your wife works in, say, Western Kenya and you work in Nairobi? Are you a single parent?
You are not a single parent for as long as there's intentional purpose to be there to play the role of the mother and the nurturer that is supposed, or rather falls onto the woman of the house. That is from my understanding.
Thank you so much. I think we'll have to sit down and debate on this.
All right.
Because for me, I'll say you are a single parent, more so if you are with the children in that house. Yes, you'll be doing all the duties.
Is it physical, financial, emotional, mental, or physical?
All, in all respects.
In all?
Yes, in all respects.
Okay, so question is, I'd want to ask to you, Mr. Okello, is as you have been, working out on these responsibilities that you have, because you identify as a single parent, what particular aspect have you been taking care of?
These are my children, they're in my house. So I'm doing virtually everything for them.
Okay.
Yes.
So
school, food, social, also everything. Yes.
So where is your partner or the mother to these children?
She's alive. She could be watching.
But you guys are disjunct. You're not in the same term, so to speak. So you'd say it's circumstantial that you're dealing with this aspect, including the emotional, spiritual, because the role of the mother is actually to nurture this. How has been your journey thus far?
It hasn't been easy, because as I told you, I have a 16-year-old daughter, and technically it becomes a bit hard because there are some responsibilities which I can't delegate, which I can't execute. And I've been left with all this to do. But I do thank the church, I do thank my neighbors, I do thank my friends and my immediate relatives for coming to assist me. So network support has been so useful.
Network support has been filling the gap that you feel inadequate to roll. So what are these areas in bringing up your daughter that you felt the gaps in? What aspects?
There are so many things that I want to understand about a lady. For example, the menstrual period and many others. Yes, many others.
So you've had to rely on other...
I have to rely on...
Does that in any way make you feel inadequate in being a present and intentional father?
Not really. Yes, I really cherish being a father, and doing it even to my daughter, doing it to my son, doing it to my friends, I feel it's a privilege. It's a call which I'm trying to answer from God, and also trying to make my mama happy. Yes.
So, Mr. Okello, if I was to ask you, plainly speaking, what do you define as intentional parenthood? What does it entail?
Please make it a bit simple.
Yes. What for you as Okello does it mean to be a present parent? What does it mean?
It's very, very hard, because you see, as parents, we do very little. We have to appreciate and thank our teachers. When I met challenges, the first thing that I did was to take my children to boarding. Yes, and also to approach my pastor and to approach various ministries in the church to assist me, so that at least there should be adequacy of information to my children. So virtually I've not done everything.
So you've relied on other quarters.
Correct.
From your inner experience, how long have you been nurturing your children? And what is that outstanding moment that you've realized that you are doing this on your own?
Actually, I've been doing this from the time the children were born.
So you were not with your partner then when they were born?
No, I was with my partner from the time they were born. She got a job, went to Western Kenya to execute her duties, of course, government duties. But things didn't work out for her because we disagreed.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have been the present parent, so to speak.
Yes.
From the moment the kids came onto this earth.
Very
so
true.
what has been the highlight of you being a single parent? We need to also define, because you have not come out clear, are you living with your current mother to your children or not?
I'm not living with the current mother of my children.
Are you divorced, separated?
We are separated.
You're separated.
Yeah, we are separated.
Are you looking at the fact of actually coming together to ensure that the children have the benefits of having both children in the home?
I tried that when we were separated, when we disagreed with her, but it didn't work out.
All right.
Yes.
So now you are the single, and you're the one who has the custody of the children. What has been that key moment that you felt that you are maybe lacking as a single parent in delivering, what they need as children?
In short, you're trying to ask me of the challenges that I've been facing as a single parent.
Yeah.
There are so many. Emotional challenges has been there. Yeah. Time management, when you're alone, sometimes you just fail. Probably I'm in business. You want to attend to a client, just the children are there, there are house calls, there's kitchen work. There are so many family matters that you also have to attend to. There's also financial pressure because you are alone. So if you lack money for nyama, it will be there's no money for nyama. Yes.
And how then does this affect the relationship that you have with your children at that point?
They understand. They understand that I'm a single parent with them, and I appreciate them. They're top class on that.
Okay, one of the challenges that has been highlighted when a myriad of single mothers as well as single fathers who have given your input in regard to this matter is actually the act of moving on and getting another a person coming into play. What would you be looking out for when you're getting a single, someone joining you in this journey of just bringing up children?
Thank you so much. I'm very religious. I think you've noted that from the very time I came in here. And what does the Bible say about singleness? The Bible appreciates being a single parent. I'm not saying that the Bible wants you to be a single parent, but I'm saying the Bible appreciates. And the Bible has a lot of standing and emphasis on being single. That the Bible says that a single parent is protected. That is in Jeremiah. A single parent is also in the God's presence. But your question is coming in. What was the question?
The question was, is there at any one point where you feel inadequate in delivering, for your children in this particular space, given that you're the only person who's actually actively in their lives?
Yes, it has been.
Okay. How do you surmount it?
I lay down and I pray. Yes.
Prayer?
Yeah, prayer.
But then they say, even in the good book, that prayer without action is seemingly dead. How then do you ensure that whatever it is that they need is actually met? Not just in prayer, but also physically and present.
Like what specifically? Be specific?
Yeah, we're talking about when you feel that you have a daughter, as you mentioned, those aspects, those questions that they feel that they need to ask to only a female member of their family. How do you go about it, bridging that particular divide? You're a man, she's a girl, she wants to talk to a lady. How does that make you feel that you need to find a lady to make it easier for her to talk about those issues and challenges?
As I said, I'm not doing the parenting alone. Yes,
You've included the family.
Yeah, I've included the family, I've included the church, I've included my friends
the family, the church.
Yeah, the family,
how do you handle with the mental aspect of it? Because June is Mental Wellness Week, and we are looking at challenges that men have been facing, and one of the issues is just dealing with the family spectrum, so to speak, especially formally. So what are you doing different among across board when single fatherhood is concerned?
I'll not say that there's anything that I do different from a husband who has got a wife. But I'm saying the Lord is helping me to do it. Yeah, that's my
So for
answer.
you, where it sits, the church has an integral part to play in this particular aspect. What is your main challenge? What did you say has been your main challenge in executing this particular role?
Executing my duties as a parent, my main challenge. There's so many, as I said, social, financial, time management, and one other challenge that I usually face is social stigma.
Social stigma,
Yeah, social
or being
stigma.
a single parent.
Or being a single parent.
So if you had any opportunity at this point, Mr. Okello, would you change the dynamics of you being a single parent? What would you do different?
If I was, I would like to tell you one thing, that I did my best. So I'll not do anything different from whatever that I was doing before. Yes.
But if you were given an opportunity, what would you want to see different?
What I would like to say different is getting a good wife. That is it.
Okay.
Yes.
We will be picking up on that. What does it constitute to be a good wife? We have been having a conversation in regard to what single parenthood is all about, with a keen influence onto single dads and what the challenges they go through. The question is, are they willing to actually, do it different going forward, and what they think that they need to do to incorporate the church, the community, to ensure that they deliver what they need to do, especially within, that particular community setup. Remember, it's June, and you're looking at a mental wellness as a month where we talk about the health of especially men when it regards to that particular matter. I want to bring in forth my colleague John Jacob Courier to just wind up Sunday Express. Remember, we value your contribution in regard to Sunday Express. Remember, further details in regard to Sunday Express are available on our website. That is www.kbc.co.ke. Remember that it doesn't mean that you are less of a parent simply because that you are alone. It means that you need to have the community as well as those who believe in you to actually deliver it on this particular mandate that is not only for you to take, but also godly ordained. I'm Regina Manyara. Have a pleasant week ahead.